You've seen the value of video when use of force is called into question, from Rodney King more than 20 years ago to just this month in South Carolina when Walter Scott was shot in the back. And video can also clear an officer who is falsely accused. Now, even the White House is calling for officers nationwide to be equipped with cameras. New at 10, KTVU's Heather Holmes is here now with the Bay Area Police Department outfitting its officers with cameras. Heather?
Well, Julie, several Bay Area agencies are already wearing them, and now you can add Livermore to that list. While there's been a lot of discussion about the need for the cameras, there's been less talk about just how they work. I got an exclusive look at this technology that's just now hitting the streets. A camera the size of an index finger, a battery pack the size of a pager. Together, many see them as the answer to questions of police misconduct. Just take the case of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. There's video of him at a convenience store before he was shot to death by an officer. And there's video after the shooting. In between, there's nothing. But a camera attached to the officer could have filled in the blanks.
On a normal day, what I'll come
Livermore police officer Ryan Sanchez
pull it off the base station.
Starts every shift now, attaching a camera
plug it in
to his shirt.
And I'll put the battery into the holder.
After several months of testing the technology,
I think it's going to greatly assist us.
The department is rolling out the body-worn cameras.
And actually turn the camera to make sure that I have a proper view.
Purchased from Taser International to all of its officers.
The video evidence speaks for itself. In today's day and age, you're always acting as if you're always being recorded.
And now you really are.
Yes. But not only are we recording our actions, we're recording the actions of others.
The hope is that the cameras can increase accountability and transparency at a time when tension is growing between communities and police departments. As we rode along with Officer Sanchez,
3 out of 9.
We got to see the body camera in action.
I'm kind of excited to see how it changes perception.
Livermore PD has created a set of policy guidelines outlining the instances when the cameras should be turned on. There are 8 of them, including when responding to 911 calls, conducting probation searches.
And watch your speed on East Avenue.
And traffic stops.
When I saw him speeding and saw his brake light was out, that's when I turned my camera on.
The cameras capture both audio and video evidence. Once contact with the person ends, the officer stops the camera from recording.
So I'm going to turn it off right now.
But in reality, the camera is always on. It has a pre-record feature. Once activated, it will go back 30 seconds, showing events before the officer pushed the record button. Every step of every police-public interaction, from the mundane.
We'll get at times some prostitution that occurs at some of our local motels.
To those involving deadly force gets captured. This woman approached the patrol car to complain of speeding drivers.
Guy almost hit me.
When asked what she thought of being recorded,
I think that it's nice to see both sides of the story.
Our next stop was a fight downtown.
10-4.
Officer Sanchez was among those to respond.
As soon as I got out of the car and turned it on.
His camera rolling as he approached the suspect. And it stayed on, recording the man being handcuffed and put into a police cruiser. Can you show me that video?
No, because it's of an evidentiary value, we're unable to show you the video.
Some have raised questions, though, about what happens to the videos after the cameras stop rolling and how much control and access officers have.
Officers have the ability to watch the videos that they have recorded themselves. Other than that, they cannot alter or change the videos in any way, shape, or form. And then I'll bring it over to the docking station. We all have.
Once Officer Sanchez puts the equipment back on the docking station at the end of his shift, all of the recorded footage collected from the camera is automatically uploaded to a cloud-based storage and management system called evidence.com. And that is where the Livermore footage remains for at least 3 years, unless it's a homicide or a sex crime, and those videos will be stored forever. Now, deploying this technology is not cheap. The units cost about $1,000 per officer, and it's about $40,000 a year, Frank and Julie, to store that data.
So once the camera has recorded something, what's to stop someone from deleting it if they want to?
Well, they can't. There is no delete button on the camera, and if an officer chooses to defy policy and not record a public interaction, they'd be asked to explain why, and then Frank and Julie, they could face possible disciplinary action.
And again, the officers actually have to turn it on before it starts recording. It's not recording all the time.
No, it's in a buffer mode, which means that it can go back. But yes, they physically have to turn it off and on to record an incident.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you.